Okay. So welcome to Ultrabook News, part 1 of the live session with the Samsung Series 9 2012 Ultrabook with Ivy Bridge. So it's not only the 2012 version, it's the upgraded 2012 version. And I've got the 15-inch version here with me. We're going to take a little while in this video just to go around the device. I want to show you what's in the box, talk around the device and some of the things I've found out and noticed in the 24 hours I've had the device so far. So let's quickly go to the box and show you what's in the box. There's a couple of important things to note actually. Beautiful packaging from Samsung. This is really high quality stuff. The first thing that's really important to note here is that there is a recovery disc. Samsung are always providing the recovery discs, plus there's a recovery partition on the device, plus there's a recovery program as well, which can do anything from recovering to system restore to any sort of checkpoint that you want to save as well, so it's really useful. Here's the only interesting sort of accessory in the box. It is the Gig Ethernet adapter port, and if you pull that end off there, actually I haven't even used this yet, you'll see there is the very mini adapter cable, adapter connector, and I'll show you that on the device. Now it's important to note that there's only one adapter here because there's 3 actual mini ports on there that would require adapters, and only one is supplied. So let's put the box to the side there and just quickly show you the adapter, power adapter. So it's really nice and light power adapter. There it is. It's a mini power adapter, and the 3-pin cable kettle cable in the EU there. So that's really nice, compact, and they've got the Microsoft sticker on that as well. So it means that the Series 9 is really nice and clean, and it's all about design really. Samsung are really pushing the quality of the design, the quality of the components built in this, and this it really is a high-end device, so high that they're not actually calling it an Ultrabook, because they've already got an Ultrabook range with the Series 5, which is really the mainstream category. And it's interesting because Samsung aren't the only people to talk about their high-end ultra-thin devices as not Ultrabooks, as kind of ultra. Yeah, I think Sony are doing that, and a few others are doing that as well. Okay, let's go around the device then. So in terms of specifications here, before I start, we've got the 15-inch version, which has the 1600 by 900 screen with the 128 gigs of RAM. Sorry, 128 gigs of SSD, 8 gigs of RAM, and we've got the 128 gig SSD. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, Ivy Bridge Core i5 3317U, I believe it is. I'll go through that specs a bit more for you later, but let's just go around the sort of side of the device. Look at the design there. It's very unique. Some people could say that that's a wedge shape, right? I think they've got a fairly unique design here that's going to be safe from any intellectual property issues with Apple. There's a DC in. It's a small Samsung DC in. USB port here. It's a USB 2 headset port, so combined microphone and headphone. And here we are, here's the 2 mini adapters. So micro HDMI, micro HDMI, and there is the LAN connector. So it is a dedicated Gig E LAN port, not via USB, but it does need the adapter with it to use it. On the other side, 2 times USB 3. One is sync, and one is. I'm actually looking for the sign. Which one is the? This is the sleep and charge one. The USB 2 is the sleep and charge, and there's the 2 USB 3s around there. And here's the other adapter port. It's for the VGA. So if you need to use this with projectors, don't forget to buy and take with you the VGA. It's the only thing I think is a little bit, a little bit of a shortcut on the Series 9s, is that they don't give you the adapter here. That's silly. So you might be asking, where's the SD card slot? It is under here. There it is. There's a little door there. It's a full-size SD card slot, and it's the same on the 13-inch models as well. 13-inch model just has one less USB port here. So that's really nice. On the bottom, super clean, really nice, lovely metallic Yes, it's all metallic, and it feels a little bit cool to the touch, quite solid, very much like the Asus UX31, UX31 and 21. That sort of metallic feel to it. Fan inputs there, fan outputs there, speaker, and that's pretty much it. Standard screws, so you could potentially access inside. So let's have a look inside then. This is really nice, because this is a really nice thin bezeled, matte, high quality 1600 by 900 screen. It's actually doing some installations of updates at the moment, and we'll talk a bit more about the screen later. Let me just take you down to the keyboard though. It's a backlit keyboard, and probably isn't under keyboard control right now as it's shutting down. But really nice keyboard. Positioning. So we've got a German keyboard here, so the layout might be slightly different to what you were expecting, what we might see in some countries as well. But there is the keyboard layout there. Let's just bring that in like that for you. I'm actually really enjoying the keyboard. I think there's a good definition on the key presses. There's enough travel in the keys, and there's no issues about hitting the corner and the key not registering. Huge trackpad down here, really huge. It's an Atlantic device, and we'll talk a little bit more about it in a minute, because I have one little issue with it, with momentum on the screen pointer, which is kind of annoying me. But well, that's the touchpad there. It is responsive and multi-touch as well, so no problems. We have ambient light sensor here, so that actually controls, if you let it, the screen backlight and the key backlight as well. And if there's too much light, it won't switch the key back, or won't allow you to switch the key backlights on. So it's and it works quite well on the original Series 9. So I expect it to work quite well on this. There's the power button here on the top right. That's pretty much it for just taking a quick look around the device. Oh, there's the webcam there with a little blue warning light that lights up when it's active, so you don't have any privacy issues. But really nice thin bezel. 1.6 kilos is the weight of the device. So for a 15-inch laptop, it is pretty damn light. It looks like a 14-inch laptop because they've got this very thin bezel, and it actually makes, I think, the MacBook Air look a bit clumsy in terms of its huge bezel, comparatively huge bezel. So that's we can talk more about that in the next session. So beautiful fit and finish all the way around. That's the Samsung Series 9. A little bit of an overview for you there. So stay tuned if you're in the live chat session. We're going to carry on and do some more detailed stuff. Thank you for watching on YouTube if you've just watched this. Stay tuned for the part 2 and part 3, which will go a little bit deeper into the Samsung Series 9, some of the features, functions, speeds, performance, graphics, and talk a little bit more about Ivy Bridge and what that brings as well. So thanks for watching part 1. See you in part 2.